What if the law and order president who bragged about locking her up for emailing with a private server now gets caught on camera confirming a midnight phone call with Jair Bolsonaro, the Brazilian strongman under house arrest for his January 8th insurrection, casually plotting a meeting in the very near future, as if ankle monitor jailbreaks were just another Mar-a-Lago mixer, all while his revenge tour implodes with Comey and James cases cratering in court and his own party fracturing like a cheap comb-over in a Category 5 scandal storm? Imagine Donald J. Trump, the 79-year-old stable genius whose cognitive creases are carving canyons deeper than his deficits, reduced to a rambling relic whose Sunday spiral on Truth Social devolves into death threats against Democratic lawmakers. Hang him high if they indict me. Prompting Mark Kelly to retort, loyalty to the Constitution is now punishable by death, as Marjorie Taylor Greene rage quits Congress as a battered wife, and Mike Johnson stabs him in the back by torpedoing his napkin-scribbled healthcare plan that was supposed to save his sinking ship, but instead sinks his slimmest majority to 218 to 217 oblivion. And here's the satirical sledgehammer that should send every MAGA minion into a meltdown of their own making, as Trump golfs with Jack Nicklaus in his bizarre sweater vest spectacle, looking like a discount Don Draper raiding Barron's closet. His golden age gospel gurgles down the drain of 3% inflation spikes, 40% turkey price jumps, and a G20 boycott so blatant the G19 declares multilateralism delivers, without his disruptive diaper drama, proving the emperor's not just naked, he's unraveling. A dementia-dripping despot whose threats of hanging Dems only hasten his own hanging by the noose of his neurological nonsense, with Bolsonaro's bungled breakout a bungled bond that bonds him tighter to the dictators he admires. America, this isn't a presidency. It's a prolonged psychotic sideshow, a Sunday spiral where the strongman shtick snaps like a brittle bone, leaving a party in paranoid pieces and a nation navigating the nightmare of nukes in noodle arms. Time to talk about the decline that's not just destroying Trump, but endangering us all. From Comey's courtroom coup to Bondi's botched breakdown, and a Brazilian jailbird who just got a presidential pardon via phone line. The Sunday sideshow that slithered across Trump's Truth Social feed on December 7, 2025, wasn't just a rough night. It was a relentless rout for his ragged regime, a 24-hour typhoon of tantrums that transformed the platform into a toxic tantrum tent where the orange oracle of outrage oracled his own obsolescence in all-caps Armageddon, assaulting allies like a rabid ringmaster raging at his rebellious ring of clowns. It ignited at 1:07 a.m., the witching hour when ghosts of gaffes past prowl the corridors of power, and there he was, thumbs trembling like tectonic plates, unleashing a 1,800-word word salad whirlwind that read like the deranged diary of a man whose very large brain was leaking like a sieve sifting pudding. The fuse? Jimmy Kimmel's late-night lancing on ABC, where the silver-tongued satirist skewered Trump's latest lunacy. The Epstein Files Transparency Act bulldozing to his desk after a House 427-1 vote and Senate unanimous consent. A bipartisan battering ram that bashed through his Democrat hoax, howls like a bull in a china shop of cover-ups. Kimmel quipped, "Trump's so desperate to distract from Epstein, he's claiming he invented Thanksgiving. I made the turkey great again, folks. Down 33%. Unless you count the price, up 40%. Cue the canned cachinnations. Cue Trump's uncanned cataclysm. Why does ABC fake news keep Jimmy Kimmel, a man with no talent and very poor television ratings, on the air?" He howled in caps lock cataclysm. Why do the TV syndicates put up with it? Also, totally biased coverage. Get the bum off the air! Exclamation point. Indeed, like a toddler's tantrum tattooed on the Ten Commandments, a desperate daub from a dictator in diapers who can't countenance a comic without convulsing in counterattack. The irony is a venomous vaudeville, a slapstick symphony where the clown prince of cable, the man who minted millions mocking mediocre managers with a pointy finger and pithy put down, now nags networks to nix a comedian for daring to delineate his dementia. Kimmel's poor ratings? Jimmy Kimmel Live hauls 1.8 million nightly, humiliating Fox's late-night sludge, while Trump's Truth Social staggers with 19.4 million monthly users, a 4.45% nosedive from last month, per SimilarWeb's merciless metrics that mock his massive mob. Biased? The huckster who hijacked White House briefings for Fox fawning now feigns foul when satire stings. This isn't indignation. It's impotence, a 79-year-old fossil flailing at fireflies because the real furies. Plummeting polls at 39% approval, Epstein files flooding his feed, and a family fortune flushed $5 billion in Truth Social stock evaporation. Swarm like locusts on his locust plague legacy. But Trump's midnight missile salvo didn't stall at Kimmel. It ricocheted through his own ranks like a ricochet round in a rubber room, branding Marjorie Taylor Greene, Marjorie Trader Greene, for demanding Epstein transparency, Thomas Massie, a stupid person, and Rand Paul Jr., in a paranoid purge that purges his own party, his Republican Party never more united, a punchline punchier than Kimmel's monologue. Greene's grenade of a goodbye, tweeted like a Dear John from a domestic abuser hotline, ignited the infighting inferno. I refuse to be a battered wife hoping it all goes away. There is no 4D chess. I'm resigning January 5th, 2026. Battered wife. In a party peddling trad wife tyranny, that's not just a mic drop. It's a Molotov lobbed into Trump's harem of hysterics, a confession from the cult's crown jewel that the emperor's beautiful marriage to MAGA is marital mayhem, where loyalty means enduring endless eviscerations until the bruises bloom beneath the red hats. January 5th? No mystic marker. It's the pension precipice, 5 years service unlocking her $174,000 salary sunset stipend. A strategic Sunday swan dive to cash the check, while dodging a Trump torch primary where her America First apostasy, Epstein demands, and economic eviscerations would have been her Waterloo. Georgia's special election mandate, at least 30 days post-vacancy, leaving the 14th a lame duck limbo for weeks. Johnson juggling his faith, chewing gum, and bargain prayer candles, with a caucus convulsing in his own chaos. No courtesy call to Trump or Johnson. That's not oversight. It's overkill. A final fuck you from a former favorite who learned loyalty's a leash that lacerates when you lunge. The backstory is a banquet of betrayal, a slow-burn soap opera where Greene, the Georgia Gorgon who stormed the Capitol in tactical vest and cowboy boots, hawked Jewish space lasers for wildfires, and peddled Save the Children as satanic pedo panic, became Trump's feral favorite. Defending the double-impeached demagogue through January 6th blood, I was there for Trump. Classified docs caper, bathroom server, fake news, and New York hush money hush up until Bronx booze booted her. She won 2020 without his nod, beating 8 men on white grievance and QAnon quackery, her floor fireworks fanning Fox flames and firing the base. Trump reciprocated with retweets and rally roars, dubbing her MAGA March and Warrior Woman, until the unthinkable Epstein files. Signing the discharge with Democrats? Treason in.